Want to help? Keep the car running.
Okay.
In recent decades, there's been a rise in Hollywood feature films with a female character being protagonist of the story. Focusing in on action films, we wanted to explore the idea that a female lead is only considered to be strong, both physically and emotionally, when she is portrayed with society's characteristics and stereotypes of masculinity. Throughout cinematic history, especially James Bond films of the 20th century for example, female characters are almost entirely seen as plot devices or sex trophies for the male protagonist.
James Bond.
However, in recent years, in line with society's attitude in general, there's been a shift towards a more equal attitude and opportunities to play female actors in more varied roles. These characters are now seen to have more depth, strength, and control in general. It can be seen that overall female characters have shifted from being passive to active in how they are involved in the story. However, the key way this is usually done is through their use of weapons and subconsciously portraying them as male characters. In Kill Bill, for example, Uma Thurman's character is shown to be a swordmaster, a motion known throughout history to be a quality associated with men, especially in Japanese folklore, with which the film is heavily attached to. The sword works as a phallic symbol and is lesserized throughout the entire film, deepening the idea that the bride character has actually had her femininity and her sexuality removed, as she is known to be playing out the male fantasy. In Mad Max Fury Road, however, Imperator Furiosa isn't shown to be fetishized. She is, however, shown to only ever to be strong with her weapons and weak and unable to lead without them. The character of Max Rokitansky is also portrayed to the audience as the more relatable and rootable character, further deepening the idea that he is genuine, whereas Charlize Theron's character is unworthy as she is masculine, which is a notion further encouraged through her lack of hair, as boldness is commonly associated with men, specifically emasculated men as they are embarrassed. However, in this case, it is clear that the character's choice is to be bold, proving her desire to be more masculine. In the Hunger Games films, Katniss Everdeen's character development is again attached to the phallic symbol of the bow and arrow, fetishizing her implied masculinity.
Thank you for your consideration.
These films could be seen as subverting action genre tropes and switching gender roles, as Katniss is shown to be selfless, brave, and moral, which are opposites to the character Peter. These, however, only cements the idea that Katniss is only seen to be strong, as she is known to have the qualities of society's stereotypes of masculinity. Overall, it can be seen that there's been a shift in how female protagonists are portrayed in action films. However, in general, in Hollywood films, these characters still lack an identity of their own and instead are still presented through a lens of masculinity.
Vigor!